So I bet y'all never heard this before. So when you are at the ATM machine in the Dominican Republic, sometimes the machine doesn't work. Actually, a lot of times. But did you know this? When you take your card and put it in and you push English, it won't work sometimes. But when you push Spanish, it works. So you have to go through the process. Most Americans can't read Spanish, but guess what? You just push C on everything. C, C, C. I don't know. I make stuff in my head. Do you have any ugly children? C. That one took after they mom. Any ugly light-skinned people in the world? C. It's a whole bunch of light-skinned ugly people in the world. They're looking like a light-skinned gremlin. Is the Dominican Republic the best country in the world? C. Everything C, 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 C. They're pretty much asking you, do you accept the 300 peso charge? Just all the basic stuff they ask you in English. So, but just push C, C, C on everything. And it's amazing. You get your money and you type in how much you want. I want 20,000 pesos. I want 10,000 pesos. Whatever amount you want, but just make sure you push Spanish. Don't push English. For some reason, they do not give you the money and it rejects your card when you push English. Some type of glitch in the system, I have no idea. But Manuel, thank you so much. And Melvin, thank you so much for teaching me that. Push Spanish every time and push C, 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 C. Of course, they're probably asking you, do you want a receipt and all that stuff. I can't read Spanish, but just make something in your head and just push C. C means yes, I accept it. I bet you didn't know that. So next time you come to the Dominican Republic and the ATM machine does not work, push C every time and make sure you push Spanish in the beginning, Espanol, and you will get your money. You're welcome. All right, number two. Number two, you can take 75,000 pesos out every single day in the Dominican Republic on your debit card. Some people were, well, why would I want to do that? I don't know. You might have some type of emergency. You might have a flat tire. You might be a passport pookie and you might have fell in love and the girl said 3 of her kids got sickle cell anemia and they need some money for a blood transfusion. I don't know. Well, I can go to Western Union or I can get it cheaper over here. And okay, that's fine. My point is, if you have an emergency or you need some type of money, you can go to the ATM machine and take 75,000 pesos out every single day. All right, so let me break it down. You can go in there, you go to the ATM machine, you put your card in. Banco Popular is the only ones that I know that does it for sure. But maybe all the other banks do it, but Banco Popular is like, it's American friendly. But 75,000 pesos. You put your debit card in, you take 10,000 pesos out. Boom. All right. You put your card in, you take 5,000 pesos out. Boom. You put your card in again, you take 20,000 pesos because that's the max you can take out, 20,000 pesos. Then you put your card in again, you take another 20,000 pesos out. Then you put your card in again, and you take another 20,000 pesos out. That totals 75,000 pesos. Yeah, you paid all those fees, 300 pesos, every single time. But if you're ever in a bind and you need to get some money out up to 75,000 pesos, it used to be 50,000 pesos, but the Dominican Republic has increased it so you can take out 75,000 pesos every single day. And again, I'm gonna get some people on here. Well, why would I do that? And I'm losing money. I don't know. It's an emergency. For whatever reason. You might be a passport pookie, and you might have fell in love with a 5. I had to get 50,000 pesos out one time because I couldn't find my passport and I needed to pay my rent. So I went to Banco Popular and I took 20,000 out, boom. 20,000 out, boom. Then another 10,000 out, and I was able to pay my rent, electricity, and all that other stuff. Yeah, I had to pay 300 pesos, it's like $5, $6, $5. So I ended up spending $15 somewhere around there on the fees or whatever, but at least I got my rent paid in time. That's a good example what I just used. So Yes, you can go to Western Union, you can go to Caribe Express or whatever Caribe, whatever it's called. But if you're ever in a bind and you ever need some serious cash, or your passport pookie, and you didn't fell in love with one of these women, and a kid's got the sickle cell trait and need a blood transfusion, you can go get the money that day. Boom. Oh, by the way, I got sickle cell, so that was just in my head. You know what? It's a side note. A lot of Dominicans have sickle cell, and sickle cell is in most Africans. Caucasians don't get sickle cell anemia. Oh, I just started it. Look at that. That's amazing. So that African bloodline is in there. Sickle cell anemia comes from Africa. All right, last but not least, if that ATM machine isn't working, and let's just say you're at Banco Popular, because that's my favorite. Scotia, I love Scotia also. Use those too. But let's say you're at a bank, at an ATM machine, and they got 4 or 5 of them lined up. For some reason, that one machine won't accept your card, but you go to the next machine, it will accept your card. Some type of glitch in the system, I have no idea. The Dominican Republic ATM machines are just weird. So remember, number one, if you need some money and you can't get any money out, go to the ATM machine and you try English and it spits your card back out and rejects it. Try it in Spanish. It's a good chance it's gonna work. Number two, you can get up to 75,000 pesos if need be, but just remember, Banco Popular or whatever bank you get it from, they're gonna charge you a fee every single time. You should be able to take the whole 75,000 pesos out altogether, but it's a way for them to get money, I think. Because let me get my 75,000 pesos in the beginning, but just another way to get more money. And then number three, if your card isn't working in that machine, move to the next machine if they got 4 or 5 machines, and it's a good chance that next machine or the one after that will work. I have been through it, I have done it, so I'm teaching you guys these quick tips when it comes to ATM machine. And Manuel was not wrong. Cash App doesn't work here because people don't use Cash App. But the Cash App debit card, because it has a Visa logo, and the PayPal debit card, it works here as well. So he wasn't wrong, but he didn't say anything about the debit card. So some people's like, Manuel, that's not true. I use my PayPal ATM card here all the time. He wasn't talking about PayPal ATM debit card. He was talking about just in general. They don't use PayPal. They don't use Cash App over here. Maybe eventually they will, but right now they don't. Anyway, make peace be still. So glad you guys liked that video. I did good on this one.